Education. Mr. Speaker, while Guyana has begun to yield the benefit of its new resource, we remain resolute that the greatest resource that this great nation possesses is our human resource. As such, the government understands the role of the public education sector in development of Guyana and has budgeted 52 billion or 15.8% of the total budget for education this year. Of this amount, over 1.7 billion is allocated for the construction and rehabilitation of schools across the country. Mr. Speaker, the COVID-19 pandemic has created the largest disruption of education systems in the world and in our country. An estimated 1.6 billion learners worldwide have been affected, according to the UN statistics. It has forced the closure of schools countrywide, and curriculum learning has been suspended. The safety of our people is paramount, and as such, we will not be reopening schools in a traditional sense. However, we will deliver education safely and effectively using innovative methods, assessing the specific needs of students by levels, grades, regions, and situations. Throughout the levels, grades, and regions, government has embarked on an instruction in different ways to deliver to our learners. The nursery students will be given individual home-based packages containing print material, manipulatives, and other appropriate resources. The primary and secondary school students will each receive workbooks and the core textbooks in maths, English, social studies, and science, which they will use during this time and beyond. Mr. Speaker, this will be accompanied by content and instruction on the Learning Channel that has already begun broadcasting in a timetable structured format that caters for each grade from nursery to grade 9. We acknowledge that the channel in its current composition fails to meet our needs across the country. Therefore, we will expand and upgrade so that 6 channels can run concurrently. This upgrade will also permit for hinterland communities that are currently unserved to be catered for. In conjunction with this channel, we have provided funds in this budget to establish a radio station which will be dedicated to delivering education. Over 300 million is allocated to these blended learning options. Our children will continue to learn even while being unable to be in a physical classroom. Mr. Speaker, as stated earlier, the safety and well-being of our people is paramount. With this in mind, and in anticipation of eventual school reopening, provisions have been made for schools to be retrofitted with the necessary infrastructure to exist in a COVID-19 world. Sinks with running water, proper ventilation, working toilets, the delivery of masks to our teachers, students, and auxiliary staff, adequate signage to promote safe behavior in all learning institutions and in all schools are catered for in this budget. Mr. Speaker, provision is made in this budget also for the Cyril Potter's College of Education to facilitate learning continuity in the hinterland centers of teachers' education and to facilitate the virtual teacher education program. The Ministry of Education also launched recently a mass teacher training exercise, which will see all teachers across the country being trained in the delivery of education using ICT effectively. Additionally, a collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning and Coursera has seen more than 16,000 Guyanese to date being registered for online courses. The University of Guyana has moved its instruction online and will be using this time to do much needed renovations. Lecturers have begun to teach using various means of ICT, but many have had to improve learning as they went along. To support our tertiary institution, government has allocated $3 billion to the University of Guyana. Of this amount, 221.3 million is allocated to complete and advance several rollover projects across both campuses, including the new sewage system, the human resource and bursary building, the pump house, teacher learning center, and electrical upgrade projects.